Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try to keep this kind of short because I realized that the last one was really long and long-winded, so I'm sorry. The lighting's not really good. I'm sorry about that too. I'm just sitting here kind of in the partial dark after spending most of the day packing and other loose ends, that stuff. So I'm just kind of hanging out in the bedroom with the fur babies and the only comfortable place in the house right now, although I am surrounded by boxes. And I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's been going on since last week. All right, last week, a friend helped us get our four-wheeler to to the dealer where we bought it, because it was due for servicing as an incredibly inconvenient time, but it was due for its 20-hour service, and plus there was a problem with the winch at the front that we didn't realize was an issue until a couple of weeks ago. And since it's under warranty and they installed the winch, they needed to fix it so that it would work properly. And we figured, since it's halfway between this house and the new house, we would just try to get it there for servicing and then figure out how to get it up there. So we were having trouble renting a trailer with a certain moving truck company that shall presently remain nameless, but I'm going to put them on blast later. So look for that. That's going to be fun. Anybody who knows me knows that when a company has really poor customer service and I put them on blast, it's kind of ugly. And so there will be a scathing review of this company, because so far they have been nothing but a nasty headache, an absolute nightmare to work with. We have so far had 2 experiences with them, and the first one resulted in no truck at all, because their communication of policy is literally non-existent. And so we had to completely replan everything we had intended on doing that week, which is what led to us having a friend help get the four-wheeler to New Hampshire at all. And I'm very grateful for this friend for helping do that, because otherwise I don't really know how we would have gotten it in for servicing. It's just been a headache trying to deal with that. Anyway, today was another day of trying to get a truck and a trailer, because it was the day that we were going to pick up the four-wheeler from being serviced and bring it to the storage unit in the next town over from our new house. And my husband went to pick up the truck and trailer. So he got an email last night from this company saying he could pick up the truck in our town, but the trailer is in Foxborough, which is about 45 minutes away in Massachusetts. What good is that? Like, it's in the opposite direction. It's 45 minutes out of our way. And when you rent something, aren't they both supposed to be in the same place? Isn't that kind of how that works? Anyway, he went to pick up the truck. He couldn't get checked in because they make you check in online, but he couldn't check in online, and then he couldn't get anybody to answer the phone at their headquarters. So he had to drive home, do something on the computer, print off a reservation number, call them, finally get somebody on the phone, had to download the app, had to do like multiple steps that, again, communication is non-existent. He was not aware of any of this when he went to pick up the truck. He had to finish all of that at home, then go back, pick up the truck, came back. It took a couple hours to load it, and this was just like outdoor stuff that we were bringing up to the storage unit, not to the actual house. And then he had to take the loaded truck to Foxborough, only to find out that the trailer we rented will not accommodate the four-wheeler that we rented it for. And they there said, we don't rent trailers for that. But on their website, if you go to rent a trailer, there's a section where it actually asks you what type of vehicle you need to tow. And if you tell it, there's even a drop down box, and UTV, which is what we have, is in the list. And when you select it, it gives you a recommendation for what type of trailer to rent for a UTV. That's the trailer he rented. And now they're telling him that a UTV won't fit on that trailer, and they don't have a trailer for a UTV. So he calls me from the rental place in Foxborough, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding. I nearly lost it. Like, epic meltdown was imminent, and then he immediately texted me back and said, wait, they have something else. What are the measurements of the UTV? And fortunately, I had the measurements, because we had to measure it to give it to the friend that helped us move it the first time to make sure it would fit on his trailer. So I actually had those measurements, and I sent them, and praise God, it fit. And he sent me a picture of the UTV loaded on the trailer, loaded on the back of the truck. Oh my word. So anyway, he is still not home yet. This whole saga began at 10 o'clock this morning, and I'm hoping that he will be home shortly. They had to drive up to the storage unit in Greenville, New Hampshire, which is just one town over from Temple, and unload everything and cram it into the storage unit. And then they had to return the rentals to Peterborough, New Hampshire. My dad is helping him with this, so he is following along in the pickup truck, and then he will bring him back home when they're done. It's 7:25. I was really hoping they would be home by now, but hopefully shortly they will be here, because I know they both must be incredibly exhausted. And this is, we're in the final countdown. We close on our new house on Thursday, and that means that we have to be loaded up and ready to leave by Wednesday. And so we're really in the crunch time where we have to make sure everything is packed, everything is accounted for, everything has been swept clean and wiped down. And I didn't really have him to kind of help keep me motivated today, because he was busy with all the other stuff. So I did a lot of packing on my own, and I had to keep starting and stopping to try and really think, okay, what can I do next? What should I do next? What's left? And so I had to stop, regroup, and then go again, and then stop and regroup, and then go again. And so it's just been a lot of stop and go for me today. It's been a lot of trying to figure out, what I could do to help him from over the phone. And so we're both feeling it. The stress is really starting to seep in, and but I know in just a few days it's going to be done, because we, for better or for worse, we'll be out. We will have to be, because somebody else will be moving in here, and our stuff will be on a truck. So sorry about the pause there. My phone was ringing. Had to answer it. And actually, I just found out that they made it to the storage unit. They got everything off the truck, loaded in like a glove. Nothing else would have fit. So it's a good thing they didn't take any more. And now they're just returning the truck, and they'll be home in about 2 hours. So maybe close to 10 o'clock they'll be getting home, and I imagine my husband is going to be really hungry, because he didn't have a chance to eat before he left, and unless they stopped somewhere and got something to eat, they're going to be hungry. But I'm glad that everything did finally work. But like I said, I will be putting that company on blast later. I now have to go modify our Wednesday reservation. I originally did actually rent or reserve the trailer that we were supposed to get today. I originally rented it for Wednesday, And then plans changed, yada, yada, yada. And I saved the reservation just in case today didn't work out. I didn't want to cancel it prematurely and then end up actually still needing it. But now we don't need it, so I will go change it. We will not have the trailer. We will just have a really big truck. I hope, for my husband's sake, he can somehow back that thing down the driveway, because it's going to be a behemoth truck. But hopefully he gets it down the driveway without any issues, and hopefully our helpers that have agreed to come out and load the truck with us, hopefully they make it here on Wednesday, and all the drama will be done by then. The only thing that will be left after that, I mean, obviously the closings, but we hired a couple of hired hands. There's this hire a helper website, and you can hire people to help you unload your moving truck or load it. But we had helpers coming to load it, so we were all set there. And so now we've hired 2 people to help unload the truck on Thursday afternoon. So after our closing, we'll start unloading it ourselves until they get there, because we'll have some other stuff like at the front of the truck. And I'm going to shampoo the carpets in the house before we bring the beds in and set them up. So I'll be busy, they'll be busy, the helpers will be busy, but it's going to get done. And then either that night, depending on how late it gets, they will go to the storage unit and bring everything to the house, or he'll just return the truck and rent another truck and trailer another time and go get it, because we have until mid-November on that month's rental. So that is today's update. I tried to keep it really short. I'm sorry if I'm long-winded, and I apologize if I'm bouncing around. It's just that that's kind of how the thoughts feel in my head right now. It's like popcorn, like all over explosions that I just can't control, because that's just, I guess, the nature of moving. The thoughts are just bouncing everywhere and out of control and crazy, and there's no controlling them. So if I think of anything else, I'll include it in my next video. Yeah. Comment below if you have any questions or nice things to say or prayers to offer, because I'm surviving on people's prayers right now. And hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified next time I give you an update. And the next few updates are actually going to show the new house, and beyond that, progress of the remodel. Have a great night, guys. Stay safe.